When we return, let's see how 3 women are contributing their quota to building a safer industry in Nigeria. Do join us again.
A field like the aviation sector is one known to be male-dominated. But now, everything is beginning to change, as women can now stand tall in high positions. Engineer Omodele Arowolo is an air navigator, safety inspector. Her field is one of those very important to the industry. This room is called the Communications Equipment Room, which transmits the conversation between the controller and the pilot. Here, Engineer Arowolo is carrying out her engineering duties.
Okay, this is the 80s page. Yeah. This speaks all the flight of the aircraft coming in, whatever conversation is between the pilot and the controller. They are recorded and archived over a very long duration of time.
This computer is the technical monitoring control system that keeps a tab on the frequencies.
It's an indication of what these other racks, whatever they are producing, it comes in here. From here you can monitor all the other racks you have in here. You can monitor all the frequency. We know whichever one is having problem, whichever one is not having problem.
In her office at the NCAA, she goes ahead to tell us her responsibilities.
We talk about safety communications. We talk about controller-pilot communication, the communication that guides an aircraft from an aerodrome of departure to an aerodrome of landing. And along this, I'm sure you know we have air routes. Just like you have roads here, we have air routes. So when you talk of navigation, you're talking about how an aircraft gets from here, perhaps from here to Kano, must follow some air routes, laid down routes. So what do? We have equipment at some fixed location. We call them sensor-based equipment. So an aircraft is supposed to sense those equipment along the route. That's when an aircraft knows that, okay, I'm on course. And when you can't sense this, following the sensor-based equipment that will bleep to let you know that, hey, you're on course. I'm going to Kano. This is a Bravo Delta. That means I'm overhead bidder. You have a sensor there. Along the route, you have some sensor. At the same time, while you're using that for navigation, you are communicating with the controller. That's the pilot communicating with the controller, ensuring that you're on course, taking positive clearance on the route you need to take.
This is also another woman who is the head of operations, Murtala Mohammed Airport, rolling out her desk work.
We have basic functions of facilitation. That's facilitation of passenger, cargo, and goods. Then another one is safety of flight operations on the air side. So we ensure the safety of flight operations, movement of aircraft, and we ensure that all the standards and recommended practices of ICAO are complied with as airport operations. So all the facilities in the terminal building will make sure the function, because as a facilitation of passengers, you have a recommended time you have to use in the airport, either on arrival or departure. So when you have facilities that are working optimally, you are able to attain that timing. So we ensure that is done. So when any of our facilities like conveyor belts is not functioning, it is the duty of operation officer to call the mechanical to fix it.
From teaching, she ended up in the aviation sector.
I was a trained teacher anyway. I had a NC certificate then. But when I joined the organization and as I was growing, then I realized that if I need to get somewhere, I need to get somewhere, I have to up my education.
For her, aviation is a gender-friendly sector.
There is so much opportunity for the women folk. The controllers, air traffic controllers, you have ladies now as air traffic controllers.
And for ISIOMA OGBECHIE, Passenger Services Manager, SAHCOL, Her dream was to work in the petroleum industry. ISIOMA OGBECHIE's duties are basically customer services.
So what my job entails is that my customers are handled speedily, efficiently, and in the most courteous manner. Since I joined, it's been more like handling passengers from the air and now on ground, basically, which wasn't too far from what I did even while I was in Shell, because I was also a front desk staff as well.
The unique thing about the job is that everyone remains a student.
You acquire the knowledge you require to discharge your duties from these courses, and you are encouraged to imbibe, you are encouraged to take back what you know, that knowledge, and apply it to your job when you come back, and it's been very fruitful.
The aviation industry is very educative and open to everyone.
Large numbers of people pass through airports every day, thereby making such terminals potential targets for terror attacks. In the face of new terror threats, the Muritala Mohammed Airport in Lagos is transformed into a theater of action as a simulated terror attack plays out, with helicopters hovering and the area swooned with men of the Air Force. Within the terminal, a group of supposed terrorists have taken a number of passengers hostage, with all lying on the floor. Sporadic gunshots are fired to create fear. Many are visibly shaken. But then, a special squad of the Air Force comes to the rescue. First, an informant for the terrorists is taken down, and others follow, with most shot dead. The exercise comes to a close with the hostages free. The simulation over, the chief of the air staff assesses the situation.
The essence of this exercise is for us to really evaluate and understand how effective are they going to be in case we have this kind of challenges. And it's not an exercise that is just conducted by the Air Force alone. And
top officials from the Airport Authority and the Lagos State government believe interagency cooperation must be tested.
It also, challenges all the security agencies at the airport and other agencies that are government agencies that are airport, including the airlines, on what they are supposed to do in case an event like this occurs at the airport.
The state is ever ready to partner. That's why we have the LASEMA at any given time, anywhere. LASEMA, I mean, anytime, because if it happens in Lagos, whether we like it or not, we must respond. We must get our men on, to respond quickly.
Although airport security serves several purposes, which includes the need to reassure the traveling public that they are safe, this kind of exercise will indeed help to check the level of preparedness while creating room to close noticeable gaps. Our flight terminates here, and we look forward to your feedback via our social media portal. Thanks for watching. I'm Bukola Joe Oketumbi.